Someone's joined. Let's see who it is. Hi, Thea. I know I can't hear you or see you, but I can see that you're there. Let's just wait a few more minutes for the rest of it. Grab my, do we turn off the screen?
You don't start just yet, right?
People are on. Uh-oh. Few more folks have joined. Let's wait until 10 and we'll get started. I have a feeling since this is a holiday, going into a holiday weekend, that we may not get our usual folks. Couple more minutes. Yes, I'll be here next Thursday. Is there a holiday that I'm not aware of? No one has told me that yet, but I'll be here next Thursday. Just one more minute until 10 and then we'll get started. I can't correct, they have changed the format. It's now a webinar. I'm the only person that can be seen. You can't see, you could write me a note, but you can't see yourself. Unfortunately, I would love to see your faces, but please write notes and let me know that you're there. And see who else is here. Let's see. Nora, Judy, and her husband, I hope, and Thea. So this is our quorum right now to get started. So we're going to get started. So make sure you have water. It's going to be warm out today. Hi, J&J back in Brooklyn. Great. I'm back in Brooklyn. have been in Chicago helping my daughter move for the past few days. I'm so happy to be back. I'm so exhausted. I'm not up for moving anyone anymore. But let's have fun anyway. And this is my first workout other than lifting boxes and moving it from one place to the other for the past few days. So let's have fun. I need this too today. So stand up nice and tall, tilt your head to one side, roll it around to the other side, back and forth, nice and gentle. And head upright and look right to left. Nice and gentle. And then shoulder rolls, bringing your shoulders up towards your ears, rolling them back. arm circles. Nice big arm circles. Modify shoulder height if you can't get your arms up all the way. And switch directions. Direction, I should say. And now just swing your arms around your body. Get movement in your torso. And hip circles, 5 in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to do our hip hinge. So feet nice and wide. You're just pushing your hips back, getting a little bit of movement in your hip, the very first part of sitting on a chair or doing a squat. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heel taps to the front, pressing your arms out. And then we're going to do kickbacks, bringing your heels towards your glutes as you roll your arms. And then skaters, one leg behind the other on a diagonal. Keep your arms moving. And then we're going to do toe taps to the back, bringing your arms either to shoulder height or all the way up overhead. And then we're going to stand with our feet together and just step to the side. And we're going to do one slight change. We're going to step on a diagonal to the front. I'm trying to get movement in every direction. And just take it down. March. And then we're going to make this a little bit bigger. Bringing your knee up, opposite hand to knee. A little bit of coordination. And then holding on to the chair. If you need to, 5 calf raises, just rolling up on your toes. Yeah, I haven't worked out in a few days. Rolling up on your toes for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And before we do our posture check, let's just do our cervical spine. So looking straight ahead, we're going to do 10 reps, just bringing your chin in, giving yourself a double chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now let's do our posture check. So standing up nice and tall, feet pointing forward, thumb line pulling you up, one hand behind your head, the other on your chin. Push your chin back into the hand that's in the back, so your chin is parallel, your head is nicely on top of your shoulder, ear over your shoulder, shoulder over your hip, hip over your knee, knee over your ankles. Belly button pulled towards your spine, shoulders are relaxed, shoulder blades pointing towards your back pocket. So let's sit. So even sitting, you're paying attention to your posture, you're sitting up nice and tall. I'm leaning on the back of the chair, but I'm still aware that I'm using all my muscles, everything in my body to keep me up. I'm not relying on the back of the chair to keep me upright. So feet up, point and flex for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Opposite direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to do 5 regular sits to stand, and then we're going to do 10 alternating. So arms up and down as a counterbalance, pushing yourself off the chair, arms crossed as a hard, arms straight out. Keep your head up. Find a focal point in front of you or a little bit higher. Keep your eyes on it. That would help you not to bend over as we're doing this. So I'm going to do arms across the chest today. So stand, 1, 2, a lot of control sitting down, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to do the alternate. And this is a great practice for walking, for using stairs, alternating feet, so that we're not stepping with one foot all the time, which I see often with people going up and down stairs. So start with your feet staggered. You know, I'm a little tired from my trip, so my mind and mouth together are not working so well. So 1, switch feet. 2, you don't have to do all 10 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So stay standing. You know what? I forgot to pull out my TheraBand. So I'm going to disappear for 1 second and get one. And of course, someone has tied a giant knot in it. So you're either doing, I'm going to use it doubled like this. Makes it harder for me. We're going to do seated chest press. So if you don't have a TheraBand, you're doing push-ups. Remember your push-up. I showed you this last week, I think. You're going to start nice and straight, belly button pulled in, head in line with your spine, and you're going to push up and down. This is a little narrow. Your arms should be outside your shoulders or your chest. So if you're doing a seated chest press with me, I'm making it very hard for myself since I'm not going to untie this. You're going to put it behind the chair. You're sitting up nice and tall. Your hands at chest height. So see, now it broke. So now I have less tension for me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we are going to do our squats. So grab your weights. I'm doing a pseudo squat, which is just squats. My feet are just a little bit wider. My toes turned out like a sumo wrestler. But you could do it with your feet narrow, at least shoulder width, whatever is comfortable for you. And stand up nice and tall to begin with. Keep your head up so you can use a focal point so you're not bending your head forward. The first thing that moves is your hip. So hinge your hips back, go as low as it's comfortable, push through your heels and stand up, contracting your glutes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's do our second set of either push-ups or chest press. So sit up nice and tall, hands at chest height. Press forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our last set of squats. This feels so good today after just moving and unpacking, going up and downstairs. Feels good to do a workout. So stand up nice and tall, hinge your hips back, go as low as it's comfortable, push through your heels, contract your glutes, keep your head up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to move on. We'll take a break after this round, but remember, don't wait for me to call a break. Do a break whenever it's whenever you need to. Don't wait for me. So we're going to do, let's do bent over rows today. I was going to do the pull down with the TheraBand, but I changed my mind. So stand up nice and tall, bend forward at the knee, forward at the hip, belly button pulled in, back nice and neutral. Bring your head, elbows up, squeeze your shoulder blades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And single leg deadlift. So you're holding on lightly to the chair for stability. You're holding weight, either 1 or 2. I'm just doing 1 today. Standing up nice and tall, and the outside leg will go back. 1. You're just holding the weight. You're not doing anything with it. 2. It's just there for added resistance. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our last set of bent over rows. So bend at the knee, bend at the hip, head in line with your spine, belly button pulled in, elbows up, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our last set of single leg deadlift. Stand up nice and tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's take a break. Grab your water. See who else is here. Just 1 second. I can't see all. I'm just gonna check to see all the names. Shuggy, Teresa, Pamela. Welcome, guys. Ping. Great to see you guys. Let me just get a little bit more water. We're moving on. So we just work our glutes and hamstring. Now we have to work our quads. You know, strength overall is great for balance, but your lower body, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your quad are really so necessary. So I'm going to do the first one sideways. I have a knee brace, just 30 plus years of running, and I had to stop finally, but it just gives me a little bit of support. So your leg is nice and flexed, sitting up nice and tall. You're just going to bring your leg up, 1, 2, 3, and release. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. 9, 2, 3. And 10, 2, 3. And switch sides. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. 9, 2, 3. And 10, 2, 3. So now we're going to work on our shoulders. Last week we used a band for this, and I'm going to use my weights today. You could use your band. We're just doing external rotation, but as we normally do, we're going to do these in a tandem stance. So heel toe. If this is hard, give yourself a little room between your heel and your toe. You could offset it to the side a little bit, or heel in the arch of your other foot. If your normal base of support when you're standing talking to someone is this, and you shorten your base of support, it makes you a little bit more unstable. So what we're doing is challenging that a little bit. So choose, even just bringing your feet together a little bit more than you normally stand will make it a little bit unstable for you. So I'm going to try tandem stance today. Arms at your side. You could do this with a band. You're just holding the band. Arms at 45 degrees at your side. And you're just, oops, let me get this together again. I've been standing in this so long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to do our second set of leg extension. So this time, your leg is out, flex your foot. You should really feel the muscles on top of your knees contracted even before we do that. We do our movement with the flexion in your foot. You're going to rotate it out slightly and bring your leg up. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. 9, 2, 3. And 10, 2, 3. And switch legs. These are much harder than the first set, the external rotation. Flex your foot, rotate out. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. 9, 2, 3. And 10, 2, 3. So let's do our last set of tandem stance. And now if you remember which foot was in front, switch and do the other one. I don't really remember, but I'm going to put my left foot in front this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to work on our calves some more. Calf raises, lower leg work is really important for strength. Walk-in, being able to do heel-toe walk-in, strength, flexibility in your calves and shins. As you know, some of you know, I had sciatica last year and I lost the ability to use my right leg fully below my knee. And it was painful and a lot of PT to get it back. And some of these are the exercises that I did. So rolling up on your toes as high as you can and lower in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to do bicep curls. So you could have your hands facing in and just bring it up and down. You could have your hands facing forward, the palms facing forward, bringing it up, or you could combine both of them. Torque it up as you come up. So this is also a coordination exercise, cognitive exercise, while we're working our biceps. So it's going to be opposite hand and knee. So if you mess up and you end up doing the same side, just take a quick break, gather yourself, and catch up. So I'm going to start with my right arm and my left knee. 1, nice and slow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So we are going to do our last set of calf raises, holding on lightly to the chair or wall. 1, all the way up on your toes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's give ourselves a little calf stretch. So one leg out, the other knee is bent, and your foot is flexed. So you should feel a stretch in your calf. And you could pull your toe towards your face to get a deeper stretch. Very similar to what we do at the end when we do our full body stretch. So we're going to do our last set of bicep curls and slow marches. With my headphones. This time I'm starting with my left arm and right knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to work on our shins, our anterior tibialis. That's a muscle group in the front of your lower leg that helps to pick your toes up as you walk. With my sciatica, I couldn't pick my right toe walk, so I was kind of dragging this foot. And I've had encounters with clients and friends who have had a stroke and are okay, except that one side is not doing, that is not working as well as it should. And there are many other things that can cause that problem. So we don't want you shuffling out there. We want you to be able to bring as you walk, you're doing a heel toe walk fully. If you're shuffling and not picking your feet up, it's a fall risk. So you can do the seated, but I think it's harder when you're standing. So that's why I do it standing. I want the harder version. So both feet together, and you're going to pick your toes up as high as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you should feel a little fatigue in your shins, especially if you haven't done this before. Now we're going to work on our tricep, a really important muscle group in our upper body. If we do happen to fall and have to push ourselves up into a sit-in position, we're using our entire upper body, but our triceps are really important to help push yourself up into a sit-in position. So you're going to bend your knees, bend forward at the hip, similar to bent over rows, arms up this time, and your elbows should be close to your side. You're not out here, and you're just going to extend back, not moving your elbow around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's do our last set of toe raises. Leaning against the wall or seated. Feet all the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our last set of triceps. So bend forward at the hip and at the knee, arms up at your side and extend back. 1, your elbow is not moving around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And this is a good point to take a rest and get some more water. Everyone doing okay? I can't see you, unfortunately. but I know you're there. And hopefully you're having fun. So we're going to do two different versions of our side. It's an important muscle group, your small glute muscle, the medial glute that is responsible for balance and stability in your hip. So we normally do the side leg lift. Today we're going to do a standard handstand. So 10 reps for this. You're going to bring your knee up and bring it out. So you're not forcing your knee back. You still want to pay. Let's do this a little closer so you can see. You're going to bring your knee up and bring it out. You're not forcing it all the way out so that your hip moves. The further you force it out, you kind of miss the muscle that we're working on. So holding on lightly, you're going to keep your leg up the whole time. You're going to bring it up and out, keeping your hips forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm just going to switch the chair. Bring the other leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that movement looks so easy, but I can feel the fatigue in my leg. And now we're going to add to that fatigue by doing our regular side leg lift. So your feet are pointing forward and no turnouts. And to think of not doing a turnout, think that you're leading with your heel out. So it's not a kick, you're just bringing your leg out a little bit and it's not very high. Holding on lightly for stability. And 1. If you're not holding on, you should be nice and straight. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And grab your ball, yoga block, sofa cushion, roll of toilet paper, whatever you have. We're going to do some seated core today. So the first one we're going to do is pushing the ball in as you bring your belly button in. Sitting up nice and tall, arms just hanging. Make sure you breathe in. So let's start with an inhale and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And we're going to have our arms out. We're going to do rotations to the side, your head following your hand. If you have spinal issues, maybe you want to sit this one out, or you go to the range of motion that you know is good for your body. You're not going to push through this in any way. So 1, 2, keeping your belly button pulled in, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you're keeping pressure on the ball, so you're keeping your knees still and your hips still, and you're getting some inner thigh work. We're going to do the one overhead now. Also modify this one if you need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now put the ball behind you. I'm going to do this sideways. Lots of pressure on the ball. Sitting up nice and tall. You're going to keep your belly button pulled in for this. This one, you're just going to lean back. Just going to adjust the ball a little bit. Should be comfortable for you wherever you put the ball. Belly button pulled in. Keep your head moving with your shoulder. It's not, doesn't work independently of your shoulder for this exercise. So just push back and sit upright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. We're going to do the opposite. We're just going to roll forward from the bottom of our shoulder blades, not our waist. Keeping your belly button pulled in. Your head is still moving with your shoulders. So it's just a small forward bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So now I'm going to turn back to the front and we're going to do a seated dead bug with the ball behind our backs. So it makes it a little bit harder because you're kind of unstable on the ball, and some coordination and cognitive work. So I'm going to start with my right arm up and left knee. 1, 2, keeping your belly button pulled in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do 10 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So let's stand up. We're going to do tandem stance with our head turning from side to side. Great. It's an exercise used often in vertical therapy, but it's a great way for your brain to figure out where you are. So it can make you feel a little dizzy and a little shaky. We're doing it in a tandem stance, close to the chair or something that you could hold on. I find that if I have a focal point on my left and on my right, as I turn my head, it's a lot easier for me. So good posture, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to do it again. Switch feet. We'll stand up nice and tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I don't know if this exercise is ever going to get truly easy for me or anyone, but it does feel better. especially having the focal point on the right and the left. But I feel my whole body working to keep me upright, which is great. It's great practice for um, stability. So let's do a single leg stance and then we'll stretch. So also find a focal point for this. Keep your eyes up, good posture. Hold your arms anyway to help with your stability. 10 count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And switch to the other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And stretching time. So let's sit. We're going to stretch our hamstrings and our calves. So you're sitting towards the end of the chair. Excuse me. So your your hamstring is off the chair. Your foot is really flexed, so you're getting a calf stretch also. If you could reach your toes, just pull it in and get a deeper calf stretch. Take some, doing about 3 deep breaths for each hold. And switch sides. And sit up, cross one leg over, sitting up tall. Just grab the outside of your knee for a stretch from your hip all the way along the side of your thigh down into your knee. And then switch to a figure 4, which stretches deep into your glutes. And switch over to the other side. And figure 4. And let's do our lower back stretch. So legs nice and wide, still keeping your back nice and neutral. You're not going to round or arch your back. You're just going to lean forward as far over as you can go without rounding your back. You should feel a nice, gentle stretch in your lower back. If your arms don't touch the floor, that's okay. And then move both hands over to one foot. So the stretch is now on the side of your lower back. And then over to the other side. And let's stand up and we're going to do our hip flexion stretch. So legs nice and wide, a nice long stride. The back leg, the hip of the back leg, just tilt it forward so you get a stretch in your hip down into your quads. You're still keeping your posture nice, belly button pulled in this position. I may be holding some of these stretches a little longer than 3 counts because it feels good. So switch legs, push that hip up. And now my favorite stretch, a good posterior stretch. Hands on the center of the chair, your feet are under your hips, and you're just gonna push your hips away from your hands. And roll up, arms out to the side. Bring your arms behind you so you get a stretch across your chest and the front of your shoulders. And let's do a shoulder stretch today. Switch sides. And arm circles. And switch direction. Let's just stretch your necks a little bit. So bring your arms behind you and move your head to the side a little bit. You're just trying to create more space between your ear and your shoulder. And switch. And thank you guys so much for coming today. I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July, and I will be here next week. So take care. Unfortunately, I don't get to chat with you at the end, but have a great weekend. See you soon.